Years ago, I opened up my own warehouse gym. 10 years have gone by and I've learned a lot. I want to share with you guys some of the things that they won't tell you when it comes to opening up your own gym, your garage gym, a commercial gym. 10 years of experience, I want to tell you some secrets. Let's start with some of the bad things. Everything breaks. And I'm not just talking about my heart, you bitch. So everything's gonna break, right? Things are gonna break down. A seat replacement, simple, but when you got 10 bikes and things break and you got a class starting tomorrow, you gotta have those parts ahead of time. It's one thing to consider is that the costs do add up. Opening your gym is nice. 1 year, 2 years, congratulations. But as time goes on, things are gonna break. You gotta get a little TLC, a little love. Do you wanna be the type of gym that does duct tape? You know, it's not that serious. Everything's dirty and gritty. Or are you the type of where your clientele requires a more refined, warm towelette for their The seasons, they hit hard. You gotta be able to handle the highs and the lows. In the summer, in January 1st, you feel like you're the man. I'm gonna open up 3 locations. This is what I've been waiting for. It's working. Everybody loves me. But also, in the down season, when people are busier or money starts adding up, people are buying Christmas presents, the calm before the storm, which you're hoping. You gotta be able to take those highs and those lows. A big bill comes out. You realize you gotta really market your business. That costs a lot of money. It's not all it cracked up to be. There's a lot of highs and a lot of lows. All the expenses you hadn't considered, right? Opening up a gym is expensive. Having this much equipment, most people over time, they accumulate all their stuff. That's great, but there's expenses in software, oh man. Insurance, and if you live in the lovely state of California, you're gonna be paying out the ass for all the money that you work so hard to get, okay? That's another topic altogether, but the expenses, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. Make sure you got some motion, some momentum, because the money gotta keep coming in because you be damn sure the money's coming out. The thing that they're gonna sucker you into is the freedom. You get to make your own hours. Unfortunately, the business is gonna make the hours for you. You're waking up early, and guess what? You're going to sleep late. The freedom that you thought you would have is not all it cracked up to be. You're gonna be busy early in the mornings. Maybe you've accepted that fact. You're a morning person. That's awesome. Caffeine, baby, am I right? But you're also gonna be busy late at nights when all your friends are off work and they wanna go out and party. You gotta do all your bookkeeping. You gotta do classes later at night. There's time when people are off work, when you also want to go party with them and have a good time. That's when your customers are off work as well. Fun video highlighting some of the things that you might not have considered when it comes to business. Overall, I think I wouldn't have it any other way, but honestly, I wouldn't suggest it for a lot of people. You really got to be built like that. A lot of people who open gyms close within every 2 years is a new gym, right? That new gym in your town you're worried about as a business competition, they're gone in 2 years. Clients that you do really well with, they think they're a trainer now. So they're gonna go now open up their thing, they're gone in a year. It ebbs and it flows. There's so many positives. I highlighted some negatives today. There's so many positives, a lot of negatives. Honestly, I wouldn't advise business ownership unless you're really built like that. Unless you can really handle, the stress tolerance of things happening all of a sudden. Your bills are due in a week and $3,000 just came out of your account that you didn't expect. You gotta be ready to you gotta make it happen. And it's exciting. I couldn't sit at a desk. I couldn't have a regular job. That's why I do what I do. Fitness is what I love. It's being active. It's I really love pouring into other people. And it's a thankless job. You might not assume so, but it's a thankless job. I made more money personally before I owned a facility, just training in someone else's facility. But the freedom, I wouldn't trade it any other way. I can film videos. I can come in at midnight. There's so many freedoms that pride of ownership, if that's worth something to you, after a while it wears off a little bit in a way. But you imagine I have full control over the thing, but that's full responsibility. It's so fun for me to watch people on Facebook blame their boss for this, blame this, and then go off and have a regular life, and they can shut work off. What I want to remind you is that when it's all you and it's all on you, it doesn't shut off. You're going to bed stressed. Maybe you're not even going to bed, and you got to wake up early, and then we're going to have bags under our eyes. And it's not going to be as good as you think it is. It's not going to be as bad as you think it is. That's great advice, right? I wouldn't advise it for, unless I think entrepreneur is something that runs in your DNA. And the last thing to consider is that most gym owners have a spouse with a primary income for the residents. So you've got to be willing to have another job, your spouse, float your current expedition into business. That might be required for a while. That's not something I ever had access to. So in a way it hurt me really bad, and it helped me because it's you got to hustle, buddy. There's nobody floating you. This is it. It's all you. You told everyone, look at me, I got a gym. A lot of my friends, people that you thought would come support and show out, it's like, you'd be surprised. They get it, there's animosity now. They thought they were doing well, and they're like, they see, oh, you finally got a gym, and all of a sudden your friends didn't show up to the grand opening, and it's like, what's going on here? Like, I thought, no, they like when you're building it, but once you finally get it, it's just a whole nother video entirely. There's a lot of things to consider. I just want to kind of throw these ideas out. There's a lot of pros and cons, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because I truly think that it runs in your DNA. I'm built like that. I got ADHD. I can't sit down. There's always, you know what I mean? This is what we do. So maybe some of you guys are interested in doing that. There's different models, so many different models. I started with nothing. On the walls, no equipment. The flooring's expensive. Don't forget that, so expensive. But I didn't start with some big loan or package. Like I paid and we promoted, and this is a new thing, exciting. Everybody get in, pay. Make sure everyone, how you serve your customer is so important, because reputation is important. And I've always been one to give someone a smile when I didn't have on my, there's a lot of good karma you'll build up if you really built like that. If you're really a giver, people will take though. I mean, there's so many things I can go over. Like, you can see the HD running through me. Like, there's 10 years is a nice thing for me to say. It's actually been 14, 15 years. 10 years, and you're like, wow, I've learned so much and I've got so far to go. The people you thought would be with you, still, they're not gone. They're not here. And they're strangers, biggest fans. And you just got to take all the pros, all the cons, and truly live life. And remember, you're a service. I'm here to serve. Like, people are going to take from you. People are going to drain you physically. Like, if you're the type to have I don't know, a lot of super positive people. I know a lot of super positive people. Their cup is so full. They're good candidates. But remember, as a business owner, on the outside of this video topic, remember to pour back into yourself, because you're serving others, meaning you're pouring into them. And unfortunately, even though we have it we got it like that, it does run out. If you don't make sure that you're good, if you don't make sure that you're eating right and sleeping, there's a fine line. Can't just be grinding. Find your fine line, because if you run out to pour into others, now your business is suffering, and now there's animosity, and you're just going sour. I've seen it so many times. Like, find one or two things that keep you sane, and try to pour back into your own cup, because very few will. You're going to be the one that gives your service and makes other people's lives better. They're going to take that, and then they're going to go do their own thing. It's a very thankless job, you wouldn't assume. But if you're into serving, you're into the freedom and responsibility that comes with owning your own business, I certainly say try it, because I think you trying it and failing, especially if you have a spouse. Every other gym I know of, they have a spouse who floats their expenses, like on the bad months. If you want to raw dog it like I did, and my gym's only been open this long by merit. There was no other income. There was no big loan. We've been lucky. I've been blessed, and I feel like I wouldn't have it any other way. But hopefully this video helps some people. I wanted to post a little something, right? I want to create more content here. My whole life has been this facility. So if I want to build my channel, I should at the very least talk about what my whole life has been about, this unique thing of going into business right at age 18. I never went to college. I never had a real job. I've never had a boss in my life. There's a lot of pros and cons that came with that. So maybe I'll start sharing a little bit more with you guys. If you're interested, you're new, you're still watching, I appreciate you. It's a weird type of love that I have for you, because I know we're strangers, but I'm just looking for like-minded individuals. Life's hard out there, so maybe we can build a community. Subscribe, comment, do what you got to do. Hopefully I'll see you soon.